Let's get them on. This show's nothing without you and your views. Let's welcome our great British voices. Their opportunity to be on this show and tell us what they think about the topics that we're discussing. I've got three this time. I'm going to start with David Baum. He's there in Watford. David, is it time to put the brakes on net zero?
Of course it is, Nana. I mean, everything they've come up with, this green policy, is total rubbish. Electric cars are not green. They cost more to run. The wind turbines aren't effective because we don't have the right wind. Solar doesn't work in the UK because guess what? We don't really have much of a sunlight. Electric cars cannot be recycled. So we're being pushed into an area, corral to do something that's not cost effective. In fact, I saw something at the weekend from a scientist that said if we reduce carbon emissions to 0.2%, it will affect nature. Birds and animals could die out. So they're so headlong to get to zero, we can actually kill off everything on the planet anyway.
So the zero would actually be zero humans. Let's get to Lee Webb.
Yeah, hey.
Lee Webb.
Problem there, though.
Yeah, Lee Webb.
You know what? The science is really questionable, and yet we're creating loads and loads of panic to believe in one set of science. And this happened during the pandemic, where the science should have been debated more, not just believe one set of the science. And how do we know that we're going to reduce temperatures by 1.5 degrees when today I looked at my phone and this morning it was all sun and blue skies, and I'm looking out today, quite a grey sky, and we've already had rain. And the weather and the prediction for the weather has changed within about a few hours. So how do we know that it's going to continue like this for the next 30, 40 years?
Well, Lee, they can't even predict the weather, so for them to predict the outcome of net zero would be a bit of a stretch. Elizabeth Heathering, she's there in Cheshire. Elizabeth, first timer, go for it.
I mean, net zero policies only serve to illustrate that the government is completely out of touch with the people. It's estimated that net zero would cost the taxpayer $75 billion per year, with only 1 in 8 Britons supporting such policies. We're already seeing controls being placed on what cars one can drive and what boilers one can place in the comfort of their own home. It's clear that the government we have so democratically elected would rather make its own people poorer in the interest to gain favourability on an international stage.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. Listen, thank you so much, Willie. So succinctly done as well, Elizabeth. I love it. Elizabeth there in Cheshire, Lee in Bedford, and David in Watford. Those are my great British voices. Thank you so much. Right, now listen, earlier today...